Right, Thomas Hodgson here. I'm watching Sport and Icons.
Okay, so it's a very, very proud moment for me today to watch the professional debut of Thomas Hodgson. Tommy the Hitman Hodgson making his professional debut. Now, I first met Tommy, I don't know, it's quite a while ago now. It was before lockdown because obviously I went over to Wall's End with Nick Gittis and Joe Laws and April Hunter and everybody who was over there at the time. And Tommy was there thinking about turning pro. So we done an interview to announce that he's turning pro. So I suppose in some ways he kind of had no choice because I put the video out. But we've been waiting for him to make his professional debut for a long time. And it has been a long time. It really has. I know it's been frustrating for him. Now, his amateur background, he's been right the way through. He's won so much stuff as an amateur. Of course, he was part of the GB setup and everything. I still believe that he should have went to the Olympics this year. But hey, what can you do? You can only send one person from each weight class. Now, for me, every time somebody that I know goes to fight, I do get nervous for them. He didn't look nervous though. He looked as cool as a cucumber. Just enjoyed the moment. He really did. And usually for a professional debut, you jump all over your opponent, try and get a knockout. Just go swinging for the fences because there's so much pressure and nervous energy. He didn't seem to have that. He didn't have that. Now, his opponent, journeyman, of course, as most debutants are, and in fact, usually for like the first dozen fights, really, but his opponent was Naeem Ali. 2 wins, 71 losses, and 1 draw. So Tommy was always going to win the fight. There's no real danger of that, of course, although you never know. Once in a while, a journeyman does have to pull out a win. They do, just to keep their board license. But Ali only ever been stopped once, which happened to be in his last fight, funny enough, against, was it Sam Noakes? If I remember rightly, because I did actually watch that fight, I think that he didn't come out for the final round or something like that happened. I forgot what it was. So that's the only time he's ever actually been stopped. So quite clearly, Tommy knew that. There's no point just throwing the kitchen sink at him because he may not go. So the best thing to do, just get the 4 rounds in. Soak up the atmosphere. Be used to being under the lights in a professional ring. Of course, he's used to being under the lights with the amount of fights that he's had at Team GB and his entire amateur career. But he was so cool, so calm, even his ring walk. There was no nervous energy in his face, no nothing. He just seemed relaxed. He was even smiling a little bit when he got into the ring. He was just enjoying the moment. So for me, I was very, very happy. I really was. And the way that he fought, you could see that he's got that background, that amateur background. He's been well schooled, very, very well schooled, very, very skilled fighter. Of course, we always knew that anyway. For those of us who've seen him before, we knew that. But when it's time to become professional, not everybody can adjust. He seems to have adjusted. And a lot of people have said before that Tommy's style does seem more for the professional game because he can box and he can punch a lot as well. He really can. And he weren't blowing a gasket or anything like that. He didn't once get out of breath. His opponent looked pretty tired. In fact, Tommy even busted up his nose by the looks of it. But it was the way that Tommy was doing it. It was cool. It was calm. It's like this wasn't his professional debut. It's like he'd done this 100 times before. But as I said, he has in the amateurs. But as a professional, there's always going to be some kind of nervous energy. But I didn't sense it, I must admit. And it was an all-rounded, well-dominated performance. Really was. Using the jab, his foot movement. He knew exactly where he was in range. So whenever Ali tried to throw something back, nothing was landing. It was always being missed. He wasn't panicked. He would just throw the jab. He'd throw the body shots. Ali was trying to taunt him and that. Usually when people try and taunt you, it's because they did actually get hurt. And that's their way of saying, I didn't get hurt, but they did. They did. But either way, very, very one-sided performance from Tommy Hodgson. Very, very proud of him. So anyway, congratulations to you, Tommy. Everyone else, thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next video. Subscribe.